Hello, everyone. I'm Chester44, Hassan Falai, and welcome to this Let's Play of Queen's Wish 2, The Judgment. Last episode, we made our way to a new area and found Prince Sutter. He informed us that he came here to take a rest, and then learned that there is actually an opportunity to get land, something that he wants to give as a gift to his queen, the one thing she truly regrets. I do kind of want to look around here a bit before we go to where we're supposed to. I want to see what kinds of things are around here. Ruined Hall. Darmali Quarters, Darmali Workshop. And that's kind of the north edge. Alright. We'll look in those places later. For now, we should go see the Rasa. There we go. Yeah, interesting. We can actually leave to the north. But first, let's speak to the Rasa. The main hall of the Darmali is in the room ahead. Here, the Rasa of the colony has been meeting with Prince Sutter, discussing the situation and making plans. You don't know what mischief they have been up to, but they are eager to tell you. The Rasa waits at the head of the table. He looks up at you. Again, his facial features look very familiar, even though you have never seen him before. The experience is still unsettling. Stop dallying, Rupert. At last we have the chance to actually achieve something. I am eager to begin. I'm just going to look around a bit first. Okay, that's already spoken with. You meet the leader of High Rotaki. He is a middle-aged Rokaj warrior worn by years of battle, followed by years of wandering these mountains. He is like every other Ro leader you have met, except that he has your father's features. It's disorienting. As Prince Sutter watches, he rises from his throne with a broad grin. He slaps you on the shoulder and lets out a laugh. Ha ha! I know kin when I see it. I am Rasa Bruna. Consort Darmal was my older cousin, older by a span of years. You're his child. It is an honor to welcome you. With a simple command, drinks and roast meat are brought. Sutter sits at the table with you, but he is strangely quiet. Not angry, just remote. You still know that he is listening carefully. It is a pleasure to meet you. Your brother's arrival was a time of great celebration in the fort. I know it is humble to your eyes, but it may be our last stand. All Havenites are welcome here. What is this fort? He looks around at the crude wooden walls. I know you're accustomed to far better, but this was all we could do. Our journey through the mountains looking for a new home has been hard. We have built and abandoned many forts before now. I hope this fort is only the beginning. For now, it must do. It should provide adequate defenses. Our walls are strong and your kin are good fighters. However, the nation we have found in these high mountains was far fiercer than expected. That is why your brother's arrival was so well timed. But I am getting far ahead of things. You should know the tale of the Darmali. Tell me your tale. Your family lived in the mountains of the Rokaj for centuries before your father was born. We were wealthy, our land holdings were vast, and there is not enough time left in our lives to tell the acts of heroism we performed. This should not be a surprise. If we were any weaker, your queen would never have come to visit us, and met my cousin and fell in love with him, carried him off from the Rokaj, though his favor brought us much advantage. And then my father died. An early violent death, as is appropriate in the Rokaj. The tragedy still affects us. All of the Rokaj grieved. And then, when the time of mourning was over, the attacks on us began. The queen showed us much favor. The other Ro were jealous. When your protection was gone, he shakes his head. Sutter stares fixedly into his cup. How much land did you hold when my father died? A lot. Many valleys, many mines, even 2 sacred groves in the Kranis. Too spread out, too carelessly defended. They were torn away, one by one. How did the other Ro attack you? The Ro way. They attacked anything poorly defended. our remote settlements and merchant caravans first. Then they kept closing in, getting closer and closer to our homelands. We were fierce, but once our weakness became visible, every other family savaged us. The Roe is not kind to weakness. They dared attack the family of the Queen of Haven. Once it was clear that the Queen had moved on to dealing with more important vassals, they attacked us openly and without fear. We turned from a source of wealth and prestige to traitors to the Roe overnight. We mourned alongside the Queen, and she forgot us. There's a catch in his voice. With effort, he stops speaking, though the pain of the betrayal is still fresh. There's a long silence. My mother should have defended you better. Your words are kind, though we will not criticize our monarch. We see ourselves as Havenites still. We will mourn her deeply when she is gone. This is delaying the tale, though. Eventually we saw that the Roe would not be satisfied until they had taken all we had. We packed up our remaining wealth and traveled up into the mountains, northeast of the Roe. What did you find in the mountains? It's more what we didn't find. We wanted to claim a few valleys and form a new kingdom and expand the Rokaj. However, we never found a valley with what we needed. There was always too little water, or the land was poor, or the valley was scourged with ice and storms. It turns out there was a reason why most of these mountains were never settled, and then we came to these valleys. Tell me about these valleys. They are perfect. The peaks shelter them from the winds. The sun is bright, the land is rich, and it gets even richer higher up. The land will make a beautiful addition to the Rokaj. We found this valley was unoccupied and claimed it. We worked day and night to make this fort, preparing for any attackers. We found the Havenite ruins, and that was a good omen. We even started sending scouts higher up, looking for places to make more settlements. That was when we met the Skyfolk. Haven ruins. Sutter chimes in. Where you arrived, where the portal is. Turns out our father got our mother to send surveying teams up here. The portals would be used to expand the Rokaj and thus by extension Haven. When our father died, the project was abandoned. Happily, the portal stayed intact. This does, by the way, strengthen the claim that all this land rightfully belongs to Haven. He grins and swigs his drink. How long were you here before Sutter arrived? Less than a year. We were exhausted, foolish, and arrogant. We knew the upper valleys were unsettled. We thought it would only be weak and undeveloped folk. The Sky Folk. Brunner lets out a loud curse. We have only just met them. We should have sent scouts to the higher hills sooner. We're at the far extent of their valleys, which is why we could build High Rataki before they found us. They are rich and civilized. Their envoys flouted it. They came into this hall, took one look, and threatened us. Then they laughed and left. They are wealthy. They have all the richest croplands in the valleys above. They are covered with jewels from their mines, good weapons, dead eyes. They are civilized. We can look at outsiders and analyze them with Haven's eyes. They have steel armor, beautifully decorated, steel weapons, advanced magic. None of this hid their viciousness. I am Ro, I can tell killers when I see them. Sutter doesn't pay close attention to this part. He has already asked Brunner 1,000 questions about the capabilities of the Skyfolk. Standard Havenite procedure. They have threatened you. Since this land is poor, they will allow us to live here. However, we would have to be their vassals. We would have to pay them a weight of precious metal or in food each year. Also 3 sacrifices. Otherwise, they would destroy us. Sacrifices. 3 of our people. 3 humans of your blood. To be taken and... The word they used was drained. Their life spirit would be taken. Why, I do not know. That is what they do in these high mountains. Sutter looks grim. Of course, practices like this are utterly banned in Haven lands. Maybe you should just move on? We have nowhere else to go. We have to find a claim or we will die out. Being driven off by the cruelty of the Skyfolk is not what we chose. We still have pride. We want to teach them what it means to threaten the Rokaj. And what help do you want from us? I have had many long talks with your brother. There are things your family wants and needs, things we can help provide. We are willing to sacrifice much. We only want to feel valued by Haven again, and we are going to earn it. Spend some time getting to know the Rasa, then speak with me. I have plans, and I will need you. This is a clan of the Rokaj. Yes, we are proud Ro. We are still of the Rokaj. Everywhere we hold land becomes Ro land and thus Haven land. You are on Ro land now, and I am its Rasa. Are you angry at the other Ro for driving you out? We have rage, yes. They were foolish and short-sighted. They would all be more prosperous now if they had hunted us less. It doesn't matter. We will prosper here. Do you think you will ever return to the Rokaj? One day my descendants will return to the Rokaj, blades drawn. They will get our old lands back and take revenge as well. I would like to know more about you. I have been very formal with you. I will have to continue to be so. It truly pains me, especially after we have been separated from our family for so long. However, drinks and chat are a luxury, and the Skyfolk are at our gates. It is now the way of the Ro to prepare to fight. I truly hope that we can convince Haven to aid us, and we will pay you back for your help. You are a Rasa. Of course. This is Roland, a Rotaki, a new taking. I claim leadership here. Thus, I am a Rasa. Any Ro can claim the title of Rasa for any land at any time. Anyone can claim the title of Rasa. Of course. Note that once this claim is made, all are allowed to contest the claim if the new Rasa is not strong. Death results. If the new Rasa is not strong, death results. It is a truly bold claim to make without the agreement of many. Rasa Brunner sits with you at his feasting table. He is cheery company. He constantly wants to trade tales. He listens with fascination to stories of your travels through the Ro, and he shares in return wild tales of adventure as the Darmali exploited the mountains. Prince Sutter sits and sips from a ceramic cup of harsh mountain liquor. He listens carefully, but he has little to say. He evaluates you carefully as you talk. You are kin of the royal family of Haven. We are. This once brought us great power. Now our blood has driven us into the wilds. Yet we still never stop being proud of our past and our Haven kin. When you are with us, we only speak the deep truth, because we are blood. It cost us much to become Darmali, and it will always be part of us. When did you call yourself the Darmali? Soon after Consort Darmal died. The other Ro came to us, asked us to humble ourselves, to abandon our close tie with the crown of Haven. We responded by calling ourselves Darmali. No matter what it cost to us, we would not grovel. Tell me about High Rotaki. We hope it is the heart of a new region of the Rokaj. When the Ro try to claim a new land, it becomes a Rotaki, a claiming of the Ro. Each Rotaki gets its own label. This is High Rotaki because we are high in the mountains. We are brave, but we are not poetic. What do you want for your family in the future? Safety, prosperity, everything you want for your land and your kin. We are truly a danger here. I don't think we can defeat ourselves against the Skyfolk without help. I ask you openly for help, but we are not beggars. We have things we want and things we offer. What do you want from us? Protection, support. We are not strong enough to hold this land without help. We want to grow and prosper. What do you offer us? These mountains are rich. They would be a good new possession for Haven. We are here. We know them. We will fight to gain and hold them. You will need trustworthy people to hold a vassal up here, and we would be utterly loyal. We are bound by blood, after all. I'd like to know more about the Skyfolk. We all want to know more. We blundered close to them and got their attention before we were ready. We saw that people were living in the high valleys, but we were too arrogant. They came to us and gave their commands. They are well armed, skilled in combat, and competent with magic. They are very wealthy and possess all the best cropland in these high mountains. If your brother had not arrived when we did, we would be in real danger. Had not arrived when we did. I think he meant when he did. They are too dangerous for us to face without help. Soon we will abandon this fort and continue our journey through the mountains. We try to hope, but it is hard. How do you know that they are wealthy? Their equipment is very high quality. Most importantly, they wore lots of jewels. The higher the rank, the more they wore. Rubies, emeralds, other precious stones. They must have some remarkable minds. It would be nice to control them. What did they command from you? Tributes of wealth and food, of course. But worse, they demanded 3 of our young people per year. A number that was sure to increase as our settlement grew. They were to be drained. That is the word they used. We have found mountain folk wandering the valleys, all of the spirit taken out of them. They wander until they freeze or starve or are eaten by a predator. That is what the sky folk want for us. That group of people that we saw. Have you had other contact with them? Not yet. We are still people of Haven. We want Haven to make the first contact. Prince Sutter arriving when he did was a true stroke of good luck. We will watch carefully and go along with whatever you decide. What do you want from me and Sutter now? We are Havenites. We follow our leaders. You being here is a great honor. We will watch you. We will learn and prepare. What do you want to learn? The ways of Haven. How to gain land. Win vassals. Control them. Grow powerful. We have been apart from the Empire for too long. We want to learn and earn our place in Haven. How will you prepare? We are training, shoring up our defenses, storing food, gaining strength however we can. Whether we must flee or fight, we will be ready. That's all for now. Thank you for your help. I hope when the things are more settled, things can be less formal between us. Okay, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have stumbled over that. I'm okay, I think. Sutter. Prince Sutter stands off to the side of all the activity. He actually looks less anxious now that you are here. Rare that you are a reassuring presence to him. He watches and listens to everything. His mission is very important to him. So what do you want us to do now? Well, Rupert, I like to act confident, but it's important to bluff until we understand the situation. We need to encounter these sky folk that are menacing the Darmali. You will simply escort me through the nearby sky folk outpost to the northeast. It's called Slick Stones. Meet me there, then watch my back as I evaluate. Where is Slick Stones? It is a short hike to the northeast. A flat expanse of stone surrounded by huge pillars. Scouting showed that it is well defended. We have to enter it from multiple directions to find a way inside. Once in, we can evaluate. What will be our forces? Oh, just you and me, I think. It would be a nice chance for us to catch up, and it would make us less menacing. Then the sky folk are more likely to communicate with us. What exactly do we need to do there? This is a classic Haven first cultural contact, where we evaluate the outside power. Would they be a good trading partner, deadly foe, potential vassal? We must always evaluate ourselves with an eye. We must always evaluate outsiders with an eye to how they would benefit Haven. That is our job as royalty, after all. Of course, they did directly threaten our blood relatives. This may require a few subtle modifications in our approach. I will help you do this. Of course you will. You've never been a stickler for rules. You can be flexible, especially considering what is at stake and what can be gained. Also, only I can open the portal back, so you have no choice. Slick Stones, see you there. Okay. That was a fair bit. I'm sorry I seem to be having some small issues at the moment. Rasa Brunner has set aside quarters for you. Both you and Sutter have bedchambers to the south. Incredibly rustic, but the Darmali have lost almost everything just to build this humble fort. You can instantly tell which room is yours. Stonehouse sits by it, waiting for you. He rises to his feet with a long theatrical groan, ready to do something resembling his job. Can't go in there. Probably Sutter's room. A few things here. I probably shouldn't bother taking anything. Money probably doesn't matter. Stonehouse has set himself up nicely in his customary position just outside of your chambers. He was doing a bit of sweeping and dusting, a charmingly futile effort out here in the far frontier. Ah, Prince, I see you arrive in. Well, let's call it civilization. I am here to make sure you are looked after and generally presentable. Are you settled in properly? I have done my best, Prince. My tired old back wasn't able to shift all of your equipment at the arrival portal, but I brought all of the accessories needed to meet your demands. When did you come here? I believe I was thrown through... Oh. How are my quarters? You have done a job of rustic living, so I think you will be able to make your peace with them. I will add to your comfort as much as I can. I will need arms and weapons. The Queen sent a full suite of arms and armor through the portal with me. However, they were too heavy for me to carry. You may need to return to the portal to fetch things. If anything is stolen in my absence, you can deduct its value from my salary. Joke's on him, he doesn't get a salary, and he never will. Really? I'm sure you will do the best you can with what you have. Stonehouse is shocked into silence by your empathetic response. He makes a mental note to check you for a fever when he brings you your bedtime snack. I have a job for you. Alright, that's all I need. Thank you very much. Alright. I wonder if there's anything of note outside. I'm pretty sure I shouldn't bother taking any of these things. Not even the extra healing potion. Let's see here. These are just townsfolk in his workshop, it said it was. Stinking Brew Battle Potion. I mean, that's at least some money. I don't know if it's going to be worth it, but I'll take it. No reason to take that. Can't take that. A mist talker. What is a mist talker doing? Well, it is still technically the row, but still. Not gonna bother with those. There's a small woman lurking in this obscure corner of the fortress. She prefers to watch from this corner, far from all the activity. She wears a heavy leather fur-lined jerkin. A long blade and a pack are at her feet. She hiked a long way to be here. She recognizes you when you approach, though you don't think you have ever spoken to her. Prince Rupert, hello. I am Miss Talker Lucrezia of the High Litha. I have come only to observe. Where did you come from? The High Litha. I did not use a portal. I walked here, directed in the Mist Talker way. What is a Mist Talker? The Rokaj is full of ghosts. They wander and watch. As we spread, they spread. When they have something to say, they talk to the Mist Talkers. She grows more distracted as you speak, staring at the empty areas of the fort. Are the spirits around us right now? No, not yet. They may come. This land is being claimed for the Rokaj. As the claim grows stronger, the spirits will come, hoping to guide us. How do you talk to the spirits? I listen, then I whisper. When the spirits come, the Darmali will need their guidance. That is why I am here. How did you get here? I did not use a portal. I walked here, directed by spirits in the Misttalker way. It was a hard journey. When I got far enough, the spirits were no longer around me. It was a lonely, quiet journey. Why are you here? The spirits of the High Litha came to me. They said there was history happening. The realm of the spirits may expand. A Misttalker needed to be here to greet the new spirits. I was chosen. What does it mean when the spirit realm expands? The spirits wander all lands held by the Rokaj, watching over us. When the realm expands, spirits must travel to it. A few of them will watch until the people here become their own protective spirits. History is happening. It is. Great decisions are being made here. She does not elaborate. She probably does not know any more about the future than you do. Do the Darmali welcome you here? Of course. They are true Rokaj. None of our people turn away High Lithans. And now what will happen? I wait and watch. No new spirits have come. When they do, I will be ready. Okay then. Interesting that she is seen there. Only one more building to look at. Nilzacek. He seems familiar. This bit... Oh, I know why. I know why. This building is a high stone ruin predating the wood ramparts of the High Rataki by decades. It looks like Havenite construction, similar to around the portal you arrived at. A lone merchant is here, attacking the mess with a broom. He has a small pack of goods sitting in the corner, but he is in no way ready to open a shop. When you enter, he drops everything to greet you. The odd fellow is wearing a black leather mask. He walks up to you and gives you a deep bow. Welcome, Prince. This is a pleasure. Not unexpected. It is your family here, after all. I am Nilzacek the Profferer, and I specialize in unique and rare goods from all over the world. This place is a dump. Isn't it, though? Rasa Brunner thought it was best to ignore it and focus on building walls. He's probably right. He was happy to let me let me make his fort's first trading post here if I cleaned it up. Who left this ruin behind? You did, I imagine. When Concert Darmal was alive, rest his soul, he did what he could to get the Rokaj to expand into these mountains. Then he died and the whole project fell apart. Still, I can make something out of this hall. The bones are good. When you speak with Nilzacek the Profferer, he sets aside his broom and his shovel and sits with you around a small fire. He is eager to prepare his shop, but the chance to make valuable connections with royalty outweighs everything else. How did you get out here? I walked. I have traveled all of the Rokaj. I have my tricks and bits of magic to travel quickly and safely. Sometimes I walked with Mistaker Lucrezia. She's around here somewhere. She's quiet, but we watch each other's backs. Always nice to know a Mistalker. I will need lots of productive contacts. Why did you leave the row? Opportunity! There is not much chaos here, and the best trinkets have been picked up, mostly by you. What do you think of the situation here? Oh, good. Now that Haven is around and doing what you do best, there is enormous potential. I just need to prepare. What do you mean by productive contacts? If I am going to build a glorious business here, well, it's who you know? I make friends any way I can. Then, when it comes time to sell and ship, if there is a problem... speaking of which, I am not entirely out of useful stock. I have something that might help you, just to be a useful subject of Haven, of course. Sure, I don't mind a little assistance. Don't we all need some assistance sometimes? Here. He gives you a small package. I'd like to trade. So would I. We're not yet open for business. I risk coming out here as part of a long-term investment to be the first ready to take advantage of this exciting new market. Something to sell. If only I had money to pay you. All my remaining coins are dedicated to obtaining more unique stock. Can I buy something? So do I. I am here to buy unique and unknown artifacts, the sort of quality goods in which I specialize. That is my dream, to make connections and in Haven and get your protection, as long as I enjoy this land's full potential. Who has all that potential? The Sky Folk. Imagine it, a whole country full of bizarre practices, strange artifacts, and giant carved gemstones. And I get to be the first one here, the first trying the best, strangest trinkets from our conquering soldiers. He has to stop talking for a moment as the drool is making his voice indistinct. So what did he give me? A power potion and another infernal flask. I think I have too many of these. I mean, I appreciate what you were giving me, but I think I'm going to need to put some of this into storage. And I think I'm going to have to end this episode here. First, let me put these things in storage. I don't need this much. I don't need the Scroll of Might, and I don't need another Infernal Flask. And I think I'm gonna get rid of the Brute as well. I've got some summons, I've got a couple scrolls, I think I'm fine. Alright. And with that, I think I'm gonna go ahead and end this episode here. Next episode, I'm gonna take a look at what's down to the south, and then we're gonna head to the north and see what's up there. But that'll be in the next episode. So until then, I am Chester44, also known as Fly. That is Prince Rupert. This has been a Let's Play of Queen's Wish 2, The Judgment. And I shall see you all next time.